You're listening to 102.7 Chop FM, and this is ArtsTalk. Good evening. You're listening to 102.7 Chop FM, and this is ArtsTalk. I'm Dave Peters.
I'm Taylor Koss.
And this show is dedicated to bringing the arts to Newmarket. Not just the musical arts, although there's always lots of musicians on ArtsTalk, but any artist practicing any discipline, be they amateur or professional. If you're in the arts and would like to appear on ArtsTalk, we'd like to hear from you.
You can send us a message or an email to artstalkradio102.7@gmail.com or send us a message to our Facebook account, and that's facebook.com/artstalkradio, and get in touch with us that way.
New lips?
I guess, right?
And don't forget to tune in every Wednesday at 6 o'clock to hear great music and to learn what's going on in the independent arts scene. Our guest tonight is, I think, 2/3 of Mickey Moone. We have Mickey himself. Hello, Mickey.
Hello.
And we have Tasso, the bass player.
Yeah, hey, how's it going?
It's good to see you guys.
Yeah, good to see you.
Mickey Moone is a three-piece, yes?
Yes, it is.
And you decided not to bring the drummer?
Well, we're in between drummers right now.
Oh,
It happens. It happens.
This does happen,
Mick
yeah.
Moone is, I play in a variety of different ways, so either as a one-man band where I have a drum rig on the ground that I play with my feet while playing guitar and singing,
Nice.
or I play acoustically, or I have my punk rock band, usually.
And so the three-piece configuration is the punk band.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I understand, talking to Taylor off air, that you guys met playing an acoustic set. Is that right?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
got connected with the Phil Heel show, right?
That's
think
true,
it was
yeah.
The Mickey Moone Naked mini tour. Or
Yeah.
whatever. It's kind of cool. It's
Mickey Moone
interesting.
Naked.
Yeah.
One night only.
Actually, when we did play a show, or I met you at the Fox Lounge, because I did see you guys play
Yeah, we
as a
were-
trio at the
yeah.
Fox
Really?
Lounge.
We were playing in
I'm
the other
pretty
project, the Rebecca one.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah, that's when I saw you guys.
Yeah.
Anyways, I saw you at the Fox Lounge, and yeah, killer musicians. The other cool thing is the She Died Productions part of this duo here. They also do a production company, would you call it? Or
Yeah.
entertainment?
DIY punk rock
Yeah,
productions, you know.
yeah.
We do like SOV horror, and we
What's
have
SOV?
shot on video, so like bare bones, like
Okay.
backyard special effects kind of thing.
Cool.
In 2007, we made a feature-length zombie movie called Walking Among the Dead, and that's sort of like, after years of friendship, how Tass and I solidified our creative relationship, I guess,
Right.
through the trials and tribulations of making that movie.
Of course. How long did that take to make a full-length movie?
Oh gosh, that was like 6 years of our lives.
6 years?
6 years.
And what
Yeah.
year did you, what year was it released?
2007, or no, 2008.
Wow, so you guys been
finally
working
came
together for a long
out.
time.
Yeah.
Good for you
Yeah,
guys.
we've known each other since we were 8 years old.
Oh, man.
Yeah, we did martial arts growing up.
That's so cool.
We were like
What
the
an awesome
double
friendship.
dragons, you know.
That's
Yeah.
really nice. What's the
Yeah.
production company called?
She Died. Productions.
She Died.
Yeah.
She Died Productions.
So
But you do have very cool stuff. I checked out your merch when that Naked show.
Oh yeah.
He wasn't actually naked, by the way, for all the listeners wondering.
I'm sure he would
He was
look
clothed.
good naked. He would look fine.
Sure, for sure. But he was not naked. So, anyways, no, yeah, you guys have some really, really cool, unique, kind of bizarro in like a good, nice, quirky, awesome way
We
merchandise.
last year we started licensing out movies and other bands and artists that we love, you know, that sort of have inspired, influenced, or like kept us going, kind of thing. And it just, the timing all worked out. I was reaching out to certain directors in BC who had moved to Toronto so we got to meet up with them.
Yeah, it's great to meet the people who created something you love so much.
Of course,
You
right?
know?
Yeah, it's
Very exciting. You almost get tongue-tied, right?
I was gonna say it's hard not to fangirl when you're like,
Right, yeah, you don't want to get all squealy. It's so,
We
so
met
good to
the
meet.
one director at Horrorama in Toronto, Brian Clements. He made movies Meat Market 1, Meat Market 2, Meat Market 3. And yeah, it's all low budget stuff, but it inspired Mickey to make that Walking Among the Dead, that
Nice.
it could be done. you know?
Right.
Totally, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a DIY inspiration.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which came first, the production business or the band?
The music came first, I guess, for me.
When did you start playing?
Like around 12 years old, I think. My mom and dad both play guitar.
So there was music in the house, there was a guitar in the house,
Yeah.
and around the age of 12 you decided to give it a shot?
Picked it up, and my dad showed me a few things, but it didn't really stick. It was just kind of like, it was cool because I'd always seen watch my dad do it, and music wasn't really making sense to me yet, other
Right.
than like Michael Jackson and stuff like that at that time. And then it was when I saw Buddy Holly like in this old like vintage commercial thing, and I wondered who that was. And I asked my dad, I'm like, who's this guy? And my dad knew, obviously, right
Sure,
away. He's like,
yeah.
you know who that is because you've listened to me play his records. And that was me discovering Buddy Holly, like really discovering it. And that was pretty much the reason I started playing guitar.
So you took a deep dive into Buddy Holly.
That was it. That was the beginning for me, and it's still the end all for me. Like,
Is
definitely. Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
And did you embrace all of that sort of 50s era pop? Or
For
just-
sure.
Yeah?
I think it's definitely now like permanently ingrained in like the DNA of the music I write. Like you can always find it somewhere in there, even if it's the most punkest song ever. There's like a hint or like an ode to Buddy in there, or pop 50s music, you know?
I missed that little bit. So how old were you when you got into Buddy Holly? Like, was that
Like 11, 12 years
right?
old.
I feel like that age is like when you're like the biggest sponge of music you can be. Like you like get so easily influenced.
Right. And
Yeah.
you're
And it
and
stays with you.
and
Totally.
you're not shy about being inspired and falling in love
No,
with something, right?
not at
And-
all. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
it was
amazing.
definitely, like I said, the end all be all, and that in combination with my dad being able to teach me how to play his songs and stuff, like
Oh,
Buddy
cool.
Holly's songs, you know. And then after that, it was discovering like the genre of punk rock, but always like holding tight to that sort of, I guess, the golden era, as they call it, you
Right,
know.
right. Songwriting and pop.
Yeah.
Tash, you guys were friends at that time.
Oh, yeah, for
So
sure.
did he come running over to the house and say, "Look at what I just found"? Like, do you remember that
well,
moment?
I'm Greek, so the Greek household is a lot different. Anything with a little bit of distortion on it is heavy metal, and that is frowned upon, I can tell you that. So I didn't really start getting into music until my later years in life. I played a little guitar during high school. But yeah, the position came up to play bass in Mickey's band, and I said, yeah, sure, I'll give it a go. And let me tell you, it was hard work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause you had a lot of catching up to do, right?
Yeah, this
Yeah.
guy, he wants something and he gets it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I gave it, I gave it all I had, and yeah, I love it.
This was up in Barrie. You guys born and raised there?
I was born in North Bay.
In North Bay. It's a great town.
Oh.
Yeah,
I like
it's
North
okay.
Bay. Well, yeah, I guess if you're born and raised there, but it's a nice town to visit anyway.
Yeah.
And you as well, obviously.
Well, Barry, yeah.
But Barrie now. Barrie's the base.
Barry's the base,
Oh, yeah, I
yeah.
was born there, yeah.
Really?
Good
Yeah.
place to be.
1983, all the way.
And I should remind you, this is ArtsTalk on 102.7 Chop FM, and we are in conversation with Mickey and Tass from Mickey Moone.
From She Died Productions.
And She Died Productions. And She Died Productions. So the band forms in your late teens kind of thing then? The original formation with the two of you?
The original, well, I guess I've been in and out of bands really, but I've always been the songwriter
Okay.
for every single band. And I guess somewhere in my 20s, I got tired of breaking up with bands, and I would never recycle the songs
Really?
until recently. I
Yeah,
started
yeah.
pulling the old ones out.
Good. In fact, I was like, that made me a little sad because you should always
like
keep
to
your
de-
old songs.
I just
feel like
I
you should
just
always keep
felt
your old
like
songs. Recycle
because
them.
I'm
Yeah.
like hyper ADD and like hyper creative, so
not a bad problem to have. as an
they
artist.
just like get tossed aside or thrown away. And I always felt that the songs belonged to the band. I don't know, it's just sort of like a weird way to think about it, but it definitely motivated me to consistently write new material.
Yeah, well, that's a good thing to be able to write new material like that.
Yeah.
Not hold on to the past so much. That's a good thing.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
those skeletons are good though, man. They sound great.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and I know. I mean, Taylor likes to dig into her old discography, right? To reach back
For
to some of the
sure.
first songs.
But
you
I
wrote.
find like when you get busy as an artist, it's hard to. And maybe you're different with this. When you get busy with the whole business side of music, it's kind of like it cuts into your time to write. So it's like I only got Monday and Tuesday available to write, and I don't really feel like writing on that Monday or Tuesday. It's kind of hard to get into that writing mode.
Yeah.
So that's why I like digging into the old songs sometimes. But I think it's really great to be able to continue writing and keeping that inspiration.
So the music side of
Drive,
it, you
fresh.
started to practice and work on all those old 50s tunes and stuff like that, developing your chops. When did you decide you could write a song, though?
I actually started writing songs before I could ever play an instrument.
Really?
Yeah.
Your lyrics first
Like at like
person songwriter
7
then?
years old, yeah, writing poetry and songs to girls and things like that.
No kidding. Did you bring one of those? I think we'd all like to
One
hear
of the
those.
old ones? No. No.
So you started writing poetry and then discovered music.
Yeah,
And
totally.
then realized how the two of them could go together.
Yeah,
That's
for
very
sure.
cool. Do you do any writing tasks?
Not myself, just some bass lines, like to keep it moving.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've written a few songs in the past, but I've since forgotten them.
Songwriting's hard.
Good at writing riffs,
Good
though.
songs is
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah.
Obviously.
It's super hard.
It's very hard. And how many figure you've written then over the course of all this time?
Oh man, like I have books and books and books full. Like I have bookshelves of my books.
Wow.
Yeah, and there, I mean, like, of actual like albums from the various bands and acoustic projects, I probably have like 10 albums, I would say, but like endless songs and books.
Yeah.
Were all those bands punk bands?
No, like I had the first sort of incarnation, I guess, of what I am now. I guess this goes back to like the bands and stuff, but somewhere in my 20s when I abandoned those songs, I decided to become Mickey Moone. Moone is my mom's maiden name and Mickey's my real name, so it's
Cool.
kind of like
Oh, that works
It
out
actually
great.
is not like a totally
We
made
thought
up
it
name.
was a
Yeah.
statement.
I like
Yeah.
it.
and my uncle, who's like a huge inspiration, is Mick Moone, the real Mick Moone. So I like sort of adapted that and bring his personality into what I do. But the idea was so that I wouldn't have to abandon any more music. That anything I'm doing from now on is, hey, Mick Moone did that, not the so-and-so band. And that-
Right.
So the
Good for you.
association
Yeah.
never leaves. And yeah, I forget where I was going with that.
It's probably easier to hold on to your songs that way too, a little bit, like, because I can understand if you belong to a band and you wrote those songs with a band, sort of, or it's kind of a weird thing with bands and songwriting.
There's sort of some
and-
shared ownership that you
yeah,
sort of
yeah,
have to
or like you want to
acknowledge,
be
right?
fair and but you also want to be fair to yourself.
Right.
I
Yeah.
don't know. It's an interesting subject.
So the production company, She Died, started out doing T-shirts, buttons, that type of thing for your band, or the friends and other bands that.
Actually, the T-shirts and buttons was the last thing that She Died began to do. The first thing that we did was, it started, again in the 20s with the movie, but before that we were just doing sort of like, it was a name to put on whatever creative project I was doing, whether it was horsing around, like just imitating what was hot on TV at that time. I think it was Jackass or something like that.
Yeah,
that
we have a
TV show.
YouTube channel, She Died Productions, and it's been actively running for how long?
Since 2010, I think.
Yeah, and we do video
Wow.
web shorts, comedies mainly,
Cool.
full-length features on there as well, little mini horror films and
Yeah,
whatnot.
we had actually last year, our short, The Book of Ebon, got to the finals at a film festival in Rome in their short category. And it's crazy because it didn't do anything. Actually, in our hometown,
Yeah,
they
no,
rejected
yeah.
it and wouldn't even play it.
Seriously, there was a film fest in your hometown, and they wouldn't
Yeah.
screen it.
Yeah, no.
I'm gonna say it. North America is a little bit they look at things a little bit differently. They don't see the art in it, you know. They just see, that doesn't look
It's a little more literal.
Yeah.
Right.
I hear you.
I guess it'd be hard to imagine an artist like Bjork really taking off in North America.
Yeah.
The North Americans have embraced.
There's a good
but-
Bjork fan base in North
Yeah, but I
America.
don't know.
Not
If
as
it-
big as Europe.
If Bjork had started out in Barrie, do you think she would have?
Yeah.
Imagine poor Bjork trying to do it in Barrie.
It would be very discouraging, I'm
It would
sure.
be so sad. She'd probably still kick ass. Yeah.
like, and growing up in a European style family, it's just like a lot of people, you tell them things and they're like, really, that happened? Like, you know.
Right?
So the it started out as video in the horror movie genre, the DIY horror movie genre, and then migrated its way to merch and other sorts of things.
Yeah, exactly. It really came out of we were trying to figure out how we could save money at one point, and it was like, well, if we could make our own shirts, but then that turned into like a financial nightmare because
Spending money to
we
make
went
the
like
shirts,
yeah,
yeah.
we went top of the line. Like we
Yeah.
got like an infrared laser dryer, and like you can't beat our product really in town, but we pretty much just do it for ourselves. Like we, like that's why I like to call it punk rock, because in my perspective, that's what that's what punk rock is, right? DIY.
For sure.
But I like high quality DIY.
And we pretty much, like, a lot of the artwork is hand drawn, so it's
Who
got
does that?
a natural feel. Myself.
You do the drawing?
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool, yeah.
We have a base image and then we just elaborate on it, and it works out. It looks great.
That's fantastic, though. We
Yeah.
meet a lot of bands that are looking to get into that sort of field in music, or they don't have merch yet. So
Yeah.
it's good to be connected, and we'll definitely pump out the She-Dyed Productions.
Gangrene
posts
silk screen.
Gangrene is is the name to protect the copyrights.
Yeah.
It's like a kind of like a sister company we use,
Okay.
because some of the shirts we do are like one-off runs of not exactly licensed property.
Right,
So
gotcha.
Gangrene's something that's who's putting that out.
You just told your secret.
That's
on
okay.
there.
It's there so it can get shut down. Like, we're just hoping it draws more attention.
Yes. What is it? What do they say? Any publicity is good.
Is good publicity.
Right.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's right. I don't care what they say about me as long as they're talking about it.
Are you? Are we gonna play some live music?
Yeah, do you wanna do
Sure.
that?
Want
Sure,
to
I can.
maybe play something?
This is ArtsTalk on 102.7 Chop FM. I'm Taylor Koss.
I'm Dave Peters.
And we are in conversation with Mick and Tass from Mickey Moone and She Died Productions. So what are we going to hear first off, Mick? As Mick walks over to get his guitar. By the lovely, beside the lovely Laura DeRocas. Hello,
Yes,
Laura.
she snuck in.
Oh, I can talk?
Laura's in the
You can
house.
talk.
Yeah, sure.
Hi.
If you have something interesting to say, go ahead and say it.
I'm excited to hear this.
Me too.
Yeah, I'm
Yay.
sitting in randomly. Had some extra time, so
Excellent. Glad to have you here.
thanks.
So what do we got here, Mick?
This song's off of my one-man band album called Ratla, and it's a song called Appalachia.
This
My
is
mom's from the mountains in the south, so.
very nice. This is Mick Moone on 102.7
Can I stand
Chop
up?
FM. Yeah, please do.
Yeah.
Wading in the water, chasing alligators. My cousin's a snake handler. I'm a real charmer. What you gonna do? If you climb up the mountain, you're gonna leave smiling. Go back into the valley, tell all your friends what I did to you. You climb up the mountain, you're gonna leave smiling. Go back into the valley, tell all your friends what I did to you. Down on Dixie Line, oh Mayday, North Carolina, you were the first to break my heart. My red bone is howling, sniffing out coons in the forest. Sundays we go hunting, I'll trade them pelts in for a night with you. The pop-pop smash is cooking, let's see feeds the goats in the morning. my mama's been saying, if you get lost, follow that smoke back to the still. At the moonshine annual shindig, I'm gonna kiss you while we was dancing. You look up at the moon and remember what all of this was for. What was it for? Down on the Dixieland, oh may you damn North Carolina, you were the first to break my heart. You were the first to break my heart. I got nothing to hold against you, we was only young children then. I got nothing to hold against you, we was only young children then. And now we're wading in the water, chasing alligators. My cousin's a snake handler, I'm a real charmer. What you gonna do?
Mick Moone on 102.7 Chop FM. This is ArtsTalk. I'm Dave Peters.
I'm Taylor Cross.
And we are in conversation with Mickey and Tass from Mickey Moone and She Died Productions.
Are you a fan of Grinder Man? Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds?
Oh, I love Nick Cave.
Yeah, some of those
for
lyrics
sure.
that you were singing in that's an original song of yours, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a couple. The Snake Handler. There's another one. There's this Grinder Man song that you got to listen to it. It
Yeah.
doesn't. It's not like there's just a couple things where I'm like, oh, it reminds me of that song, and it's both are great songs.
Yeah, and that was
I love the lyrics.
And so it's like Appalachian Blues like that. That song, you could smell the moonshine cooking while you sang that song.
And the Buddy Holly definitely shines through. It really does.
The ching ching, ka-ching, ka-ching, ching.
It's kind of in
Like
that
a Bo
like
Diddley.
the
Yeah,
verse,
yeah.
like the that attitude in the verse. It's like kind of cute, but like
Yeah, you were the first to break my heart. Yeah, that's
like it's like
you can hear Buddy singing that.
yeah, it's got that like
Beautiful guitar too for the people who are watching. That's
yeah,
that inlay in
it's
the neck
really
is
nice.
gorgeous.
It's gorgeous, yeah. Very nice, very nice.
Should have brought the bass.
Yeah.
What was that song called?
Appalachia. I screwed it up. I forgot one of the words or like one of the lines in the first verse, and the guitar wasn't tuned either.
That's okay. That's okay.
Raw.
I'm sure people will be sending us emails about that.
Yeah.
The
You guys should get a
perfectionists out there.
tuner.
No, it's mostly your family listening, so I'm
Yeah,
sure
yeah.
they'll be fine with it.
I don't know. We got some ArtsTalk regulars, Dave.
That's true.
Spencer.
Hi, Spence.
Hey, Spence. No, he's still at work. He's not listening yet.
So now that you're hurting for a drummer in the punk setup, does that mean you're not playing much in the way of gigs?
I'm trying, like this summer I've been just sort of, I switched gears. I'm like, okay, I want to keep obviously performing.
Yeah.
So the acoustic's the best thing right now. The one-man band used to be awesome, but it's a one-man band and I got to carry all that gear. So I was like, I don't want to do that really too much anymore. And we're like experimenting with drummers right now, and we have a friend of ours who we're regularly jamming with, and he's sort of at a not a beginner level of drumming, but he's coming along and learning our songs just to help us keep jamming. And in the meantime, we're experimenting with other drummers, and if any drummers are listening, yeah, we're looking for drummers.
Where can they find you?
I guess through like they can hear our music on Bandcamp or YouTube. Just search Mick Moone, and on Facebook on our music page or the She Died page, you could message us.
Very cool.
We got a CD from you. Is it an EP or an LP?
It's a full length, 10 songs.
Excellent.
Self-produced. My friend, yeah, Manic.
And it looks like Michael Jackson Thriller.
I was gonna say that looks like Michael's red leather jacket from.
Are you wearing the glove as well?
No glove.
Oh,
but
no glove.
I like, the typical like Ramones black leather jacket I've worn since I was like 15. And so I found a red one and I made it my own, and
Nice.
I often get the MJ comments, but like I don't mind. I'm wearing an MJ shirt.
I know, that's why I kind of
I
put it
love the
together,
dude,
yeah.
man.
Off the wall right there.
Nice.
We're surrounded.
Surrounded.
Yeah, I recorded that in my basement from like 2012, was it? to. It took a long time, but it was all
before that.
learning the the recording program. That was definitely like the first time doing that.
What did you use, Pro Tools?
Logic, and then it was mastered in Pro Tools.
Okay.
I like how the credits are in the movie way. Like it's like
Yeah,
looks like a
a
movie.
film.
Yeah.
Always
That's so
for us.
I wanted to ask you. I don't know if you asked this earlier and I missed it, but She Died Productions. Why did you pick She Died?
That's sort
cool.
of a long story that wouldn't really make a lot of sense anyway.
Okay.
And it's from like very juvenile times.
That's cool. That's fun.
But it's stuck, and
It definitely sticks in your ear. It's easy to remember.
it's a double meaning thing, you know. It's really like up to. I don't really like to reveal it because it has so many
so then don't. Yeah.
different
Yeah.
like ways to read into it. So
Cool. It's nice to let the listener or the whichever
yeah.
make up their own association or meaning.
Impose their own idea on it. Where can people buy this CD?
Online or at shows, really, I guess.
Any upcoming shows?
Nothing lined up right now. Yeah, nothing really.
That's cool. Though.
We're
It's
just
nice to take a
like
little bit
we're
of a break.
in the movie gear right now. Like we're finishing up our storyboards on our next film, which is called Savage Heart, Savage Beast, and we're a little behind schedule with that, but it's still moving forward. And whenever the film comes, it's like, because again, we're doing everything like the music for the film, the Foley and yada yada. So it's one thing's got to take the back seat for a bit.
Yeah.
So live shows seems to be the most logical,
That's
especially
okay.
without the drummer. You know?
Yeah. At least you're still like expressing yourself creatively and getting
Yeah.
still being productive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys get in front of the camera as well? Do you take performing parts?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
We trade off. We like to do like character stuff, SNL kind of style.
Cool.
Like the
Yeah,
majority of our
off-
stuff is comedy for sure.
You said like you have a YouTube channel, She
Yeah.
Died Productions, so definitely
Yeah.
check that out. She Died Productions on YouTube. You can
Yeah,
see some of this
I'm
comedy
for sure.
in action.
And did you recruit friends and family to perform in the films that you make?
Oh, many of them, yeah. Many of them.
Laura, we should do one.
For
Yeah,
sure.
be fun.
We'd love to have you guys out for
Pretty much
some.
an SNL skit
We
all
think
the
we
time.
are so
Yeah, for
funny
sure.
together. Only together. Well, she's funny all the time. I'm only funny when I'm with her.
Our
Marry me.
Will you marry?
This is ArtsTalk. I'm Taylor Koss.
I'm Dave Peters.
We're talking to Mickey Moon.
And Tasos.
And Tasso.
Yeah.
Mickey Moon, She Died Productions.
And Lord Arrakis.
And Lord Arrakis.
I'm
Everyone
hanging
again.
out.
Special
Okay.
guest appearance.
The hysterics.
Yeah.
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 The two businesses you kind of have going on, it sounds like it might be easier to make a living at the production business than the music business, would you say?
It's a lot of hustle, and like I don't like that anymore, really. So
A lot of hustle for which? For both?
for
or-
both.
Yeah.
So it's like I am I've sort of like come to a spot in my heart where it's like I just want to continue to create, and I will keep creating, and I don't have time for the hustle, and when as soon as I can, I will pay somebody to do that part of
Yeah.
it, because I'm not there anymore. And
It's
yeah,
kind of draining. It's
It is.
Really,
it
like,
really is.
hard for I don't know. As an artist, it's like you want to.
I just
Yeah.
create, move
Exactly.
forward.
You don't want to not waste your time,
Like,
but you spend so much time doing.
And it's like
stuff that's
competing.
not
I don't know, compete. Like Toronto's cool. There's a lot of places to play in Toronto, and
Mm-hmm.
like just the surrounding areas and stuff. But it's really like, you know, to just get outside of that circle, or get outside of that box, and doing that network. It's hard to break through.
LA and Vegas was fun though.
Yeah.
You guys went
yeah.
to LA and Vegas?
Oh,
Oh, tell us
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
It was a trip of a lifetime. I
That
can
was
tell you
right
that.
after the release of Manic, actually, and it got us like a quick bit of attention, and we were picked up by Young Heart Music, which
Yeah.
is like a management company,
Nice.
and they were like just like birthing this other company called Misfit Island at the time, which is essentially exactly like She Died Productions. So it was like sort of like, on paper anyway, it looked like a match made in heaven.
Yeah.
And we like went on this whirlwind fantasy rock and roll thing for like a couple months.
That's amazing.
It was absolutely
Playing
amazing.
shows like every week.
And where was
you
this?
know.
Hollywood,
Yeah.
LA, like we were there for 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
But then, and we were taking limos like every other weekend to
Oh my
Hamilton,
God.
like
when was this?
Yeah.
2016,
Not too long
2015.
ago.
2015, yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
2015. Yeah, it was nuts. It was just like wow.
How did
you
that
know?
happen? How'd you get into that spot?
It was manic. I like
Yeah.
shopped it into like a bunch of Southern Ontario bands who like we were sort of, you know, friends with and stuff like that, and they just passed it around, and it just got passed around, and
Yeah.
then it
To the right hand.
yeah,
right?
it got to the right people, I guess.
Amazing.
Well, what seemed like the right people at the time.
Yeah.
But no, we had a really exciting couple months with all of those people involved, but in the end it was like just one of those things where I felt, you know, that we couldn't get to the next level with that team of people. Like it was a lot of show and a lot of good times, and we played with great bands. Like we met one night we met the guy who played the new Conan and like some
Oh,
porn
yeah,
star,
Jason
and like,
Momoa,
we were
yeah.
playing to like crowds of people that were like
Janine
intense
Lindmulder.
people. Yeah.
Janine Lindmulder from the Enema of the State album.
Wow.
Blink 182. She was at one of our
Oh,
events.
the lady? Like,
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And she
Oh, that's
put
the
on
porn
one
star.
of her,
Yeah.
she put on one of her shirts, you know. And
Did you take a picture?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. That's too
Yeah.
funny. Wow.
So it came to an end, and
So
you decided
it-
to just walk away. I don't know.
Yeah, well, so we got set up with, I should mention, like, with a great engineer and producer named Steve Risen, who's done, like, I think, I can't even think of it right now.
Creep
But like,
Show, he's done pretty much
Yeah.
all of their albums. Flatliners, another
Yeah.
great Canadian act. He's produced all
Protest,
of the music.
Protest the Hero.
Protest the Hero.
And so, yeah, we got working with him, and everything at that point was being paid for. So it was like, rad, we're going to release this EP. And then I pulled the plug on it because I just was not, like, there were just different ideas between me and the management type thing.
About what, the sound?
Well, on a few songs, yeah. But, like, it was just in a general.
Like the presentation of what you were going to be or something? Or?
I think, I don't know, just in general. I don't want to be too negative about any of it. It was just, you know, like, it was just some people in the group that I personally couldn't connect with.
Right, that's
And,
fair.
and I didn't feel had my best interest or the person's best interest that was, like, fueling this whole crazy thing.
Yeah.
And so I walked away and have been working independently with the engineer and producer. And so I just we're paying for that now out of our own pocket,
Yeah, it's
trying
a
to get
labor
it
of
done.
love, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
But
Most
it's
of the
like,
bands here
I can
are
understand that, though.
Yeah.
I mean, so the guy was, or whoever it was financing all of this.
Yeah.
You didn't feel like you could work with. That makes total sense, right? You have to walk away from those things if
Yeah.
you're not
type,
connecting.
yeah, it's that kind of scenario, you know, where things just start feeling sort of shady with too many middlemen, and there's, you know, certain things that are, I don't know, I guess, like, you know, the best way to put it is when the money is trading hands and it's not getting to where it's supposed to go, and you start realizing that kind of stuff, and it's like,
Sours the milk, you know?
yeah,
Regardless, we got to work with some great producers. Chuck Coles.
totally.
Yeah, he is just a brilliant artist, and he really shaped a lot of the sound. Like, just took
He
it from...
chiseled
Yeah.
away for sure.
Yeah, just took it from one level, just added a little bit of spice, and it just exploded, you know?
That
Yeah,
must have
he.
been an amazing experience.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Having him take your music and kind of give it back to you in a way that was even better than you gave it to him.
It was terrific. Like, I never thought, like, I'm confident in what I do and all that, but I went into working with those people with an open mind, and I got the best out of it in return,
Yeah.
for sure. Absolutely. Like, the product that we have and don't yet have in our hands, but the current musical artistic project sounds the best any of my music's ever
And
sounded,
it,
for
it
sure.
was just like a platform to work off of,
Yeah.
Yeah.
to write the new music.
So, you could say it might have been disappointing to get to the doorway there, and then because of these issues not be able to carry on, but you took away some benefit from
Oh
it.
yeah.
you
No,
know,
I
Isn't
don't
that
regret.
life, my friend?
Yeah.
it is, it is.
Like, it's always
I
gonna
mean,
have
it's
some sort
just
of-
a typical story in like anybody who's involved in entertainment. Like
That doesn't make it less of any. Like, it's still a big
Oh
deal.
no, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't
That's not
look
what we're saying.
negatively upon that experience at all.
What was
Good.
playing in LA like? That must have been mad.
Yeah.
it was
that's
it was
so
it
awesome.
was amazing.
Yeah.
Like, where was our first show? We played with Swerve Driver, or no,
Swerve
Swerve River
Driver?
or whatever.
Oh,
Yeah,
Swerve,
Swerve
okay, I got
Driver,
excited about
yeah.
Swerve Driver.
Yeah.
Is that the
Yeah,
band?
Yeah,
Oh,
we
I
played.
really
We
like
were
Swerve
making
Driver.
fun of them the whole time,
No,
though.
they're so
The
cool.
Swerve River and
Oh,
like
yeah.
all this.
It's such a forgettable band name because I always mix up their. I like this one song called Duel a lot, but I thought the band name was Duel Forever, and that's anyways whatever.
Yeah,
Swerve Driver
they
is
were
cool.
pretty pissed off because we were supposed to play, and they're like, "Oh, there's no time for you guys."
Oh, whatever.
It was crazy though, because that was in Orange County or
Santa Ana.
Santa Ana, and,
Yeah.
and we got there, and it was like, we got to L.A. And
Yeah.
Buddy's like, "Yeah, you guys are playing a show tonight." We're like, "Oh," and I should mention we stayed with Ephraim from Death by Stereo. Like
Yeah.
we stayed at his
Cool.
house,
Yeah.
and he basically
North
carted us
California.
around. That was
Wow.
insane. So,
Hollywood.
but yeah, we they were like, "Oh, you're playing this show, Swerve River or whatever," and so we ended up playing with this packed crowd because they were all there to see them, you know.
And they loved us. They
Yeah.
loved
Good.
us. Yeah.
Good. Yeah, you guys would be a great fit with them. If
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the right band, I think Swerve
Yeah.
Drivers is one
Yeah.
band. I'm thinking.
Then where else?
Very
We did
cool.
like a couple more in Orange County.
Yeah,
and-
we played at Ephraim's skate shop in
Yeah.
Fullerton. Yeah, that
That's
was a
cool.
great time. Yeah,
Very
lots
cool.
of kids out to that one for sure.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
the.
We
one
played
of the
with
best
Penske File again, another great Canadian act.
ones.
Yeah, from Hamilton,
Awesome.
Burlington.
Burlington.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
Penske File.
Yeah, the
I
Penske
love that.
File. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're too young to remember Seinfeld, probably.
Oh no,
That's
I
what
know
they
that
named
one.
themselves
Yeah.
after.
Sure. No doubt.
They're all in their 20s, and one
you
night
haven't done
we,
anything on this file.
Yeah.
yeah, one night we
I'd
went
watch
on
that,
an
sorry.
expedition. Like we ran up the hills of Hollywood, man, and
Did
we
you?
wanted to get up to the observatory because it's been featured in movies. Like you just see it all over the place, and I swear the incline was about 90
It was
degrees.
vertical.
Getting up there.
You talking about where the Hollywood sign is?
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. Yeah.
And yeah, these guys are all in their early 20s. They were up like 10 minutes, you know.
And here comes Dad.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Just about to have a stroke.
Yeah.
Well, it was
I would
We're
be
in the
thinking.
darkness with our phones out, the light on our phones, like.
and right behind us was the actual path.
Yeah. We
Oh,
when we
it's
got
more fun
there,
to be off the path,
all the
right?
tourists
yeah.
are like, "What is going on?" Because we're like,
Climbing
Tourists. Tourists.
This is ArtsTalk on 102.7 Shop FM. I'm Dave Peters.
I'm Taylor
And we
Koss.
are in conversation with Mick and Tass from Mickey Moone and She Died Productions.
Yes.
Should we hear another tune, Mick? What do you think?
"Oh yeah,
You feel up for
I
it?
can do that.
All right,
Sweet.
guitar's all tuned.
Hopefully."
Yeah, you could have got
You
out
can
of
take a
tune in the
second to
last
tune
10
it if you
minutes.
need it. Do what you want.
Sounds okay, I guess. I'm not sure what to do now.
What do you think? What are you feeling?
Maybe we can hear something off of Bandit.
This one's brand new,
Oh.
so I may mess it up.
None of us will know.
I'd like to ride out this storm. Now I wanna leave this town. Long lost love finally found. Now the rain falls, what can I do? Every single part of me still got it for you. Every single part of me still got it for you. Did you plant those seeds with your eyes behind the stars? Behind the stars. Behind the stars. In and out of consciousness, in and out of relationships. Never once did I ever forget Always thought we could try this again. All those feelings from back there never left. When I see you, I cannot resist. And now the rain falls, what can I do? Every single part of me still got it for you. Every single part of me still got it for you. Did you plant those seeds with your eyes behind the stars? Behind the stars. Behind the stars. Now the rain falls, what can I do? Every single part of me, every single part of me, every single part of me, still got it for you. Every single part of me, every single part of me, every single part of me, still got it for you. And did you plant those seeds with your eyes behind the stars? Behind the stars. Behind the stars.
Woo!
Mickey Moone on 102.7 Chop FM. This is ArtsTalk, and we are in conversation with Mickey and Tasos from Mickey Moone and She Died Productions.
Oh yeah.
I was thinking while you were playing that, Mick, when you write, do you think this is a tune that's going to be my solo or one-man band stuff versus this is going to be a band song?
I used to, for the one-man band, I would write specifically for that or like setup because I'm playing drums a certain way.
Yeah,
and all
there's
that.
certain limits on how much you can play, like with the accompaniment.
Right, but it's funny because the first couple songs that we ended up breaking down with Steve Risen and Chuck Coles was one of those one-man band songs, and we it didn't change very much, just sections out of it changed, and with a drummer it had a brand new dynamic. So now I write everything on this guitar, so it usually most of the time. But it translates to, I think, all versions of what I can do musically, you know?
Have you heard that song before, Tess?
Oh yeah, yeah.
So were you thinking the bass line while he was playing that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because I got a
thinking
sort of
it,
song
yeah.
that has that sort of cadence that you could hear a band arrangement.
Right, yeah, totally.
Bum, 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 right?
Yeah.
Did you, now was that a lyric first or music first?
That was like, boom, it was done sometime
The whole
last
thing
week.
came to you completely?
Yeah, sometime last week it was just like, well, I guess it depends on what I'm listening to, and it came out kind of like Beatlesy, I guess. Like
Yeah.
there's that part, and I was listening to the anthology there last week, so it just, popped out.
It was a great song.
Thank you.
Very cool.
Has that ever happened to you when you get a whole song just kind of appears in your head, lyrics and music included?
Yeah, but it's not a common thing.
No.
Like, it has been years probably since it was like, yeah. But it's kind of fun when you're just like,
You're just
you
hurrying to
write
write it down so you don't
something
forget?
and
Is that the idea?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
best ones, or my favorite of my music, are those songs that are just done.
and it like doesn't
As soon
really
as I
make
think
sense
them.
to you how it came to be what it is, right? It's like, how did that happen so quickly? Or, you know,
Yeah.
like, how did that... Just sometimes it works, right?
Yeah. I definitely like building a song with a band. Like, I do miss that because, like, it's...
Well, it's so
It's like a
fun,
journey.
right?
It's
Yeah.
kind of like
Fun.
you watch this thing grow into what it's gonna become. And
Yeah.
But
it's-
too often I hear it all at once. I need to
great.
dictate how it's gonna be sometimes. Like,
But that's songwriting is it's hard to give up control or complete control to those things that
Yeah.
are kind of your creation or something that, you know,
Yeah.
it's so, it came from inside of you. It's something that's very
Yeah, but
near
that's
and
it.
dear.
That's exactly it. Yeah.
So do you tend to come to
It's hard to
task
trust
and say,
people
okay,
with
here's how I want the bass line to sound? Dum dum dum, you plunk it out for him?
In the beginning, it was that. Like, I still now, like, I'll write drums simplistically or I'll write bass simplistically, but he adds what flavor is there
What he
for
feels,
sure.
right? You're
Yeah.
gonna try to.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I just catch that feeling, catch that vibe, and go with it. You know.
Or I'll like maybe have a couple main ideas. I'm like, I don't care what you do, but just throw this in
Yeah.
there somewhere,
Yeah.
kind of,
Yeah.
you know.
Oh, yeah.
You meet those people that you can trust, right? You're like,
Mhm.
you don't need to like dictate or you don't need to spell it out. So
Yeah.
you know, like it's
Yeah.
like I know that you're gonna do the right. Like I
Yeah.
feel like we got that girl.
I was gonna say that, I'm like-
staring.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I know you're gonna do the right thing.
She'd be like, "Can you do this like dun dun go dun dun?" Okay, and then we just go
Oh,
on.
that's right.
Yeah,
You
sounds
never
good.
songs. I just wrote like literally the simplest bass line. I knew he stuck with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It didn't need anything else.
No.
But that's the thing is like doing what's needed, not necessarily like, you
Yeah.
know, it's serving the song should be fun. Making the song the best it can be, not necessarily being like, I need to solo
Look what I did.
unnecessarily
Yeah.
in the middle of your verse.
Look how I
Yeah.
can shred. Watch me.
Yeah. I don't know, like, but it's not, I don't know, it's not always about that. Anyways, songwriting is a complicated thing, and
Yeah.
it's great when you can meet those people that
Mhm.
you can trust with those songs
Yeah.
you created.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Like,
we've talked to bands that have the whole spectrum, from those that dictate every note to those who just throw it out
It's so
onto the
true.
floor and let
Yeah.
everybody hack at it
Yeah.
until it becomes a song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we had one song we did last year, Marvin. It's a really like up tempo song. What kind of style do you think it was? Like a little bit of ska. Sounds a little bit
It's
ska.
dance. I
Yeah,
guess it could be
dance.
ska.
Anyways, that song, this guy started playing, then the drummer started playing, then I started playing, and in like 2 days it was finished. It
That's
was
amazing.
great,
That's so
playable,
cool.
like it was awesome.
It's cool,
It's a
like
great
when
feeling.
our former drummer, him and I grew up together as well, and we listened to all the same music, so it was as easy as
Yeah.
like being like, you know, like that Elvis Costello song, and then you just drop into
Yeah.
it, and then the song's done, right? that is amazing. But those types of relationships are rare, and they're often have to be built, you know, that chemistry and all that.
When it's happening, it's magic. Though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it is.
You can't really describe it.
It's
just,
true,
You
yeah.
know it when you see it.
And you can't really aim for it either, because it's like
No.
when you're looking for it, you're
Yeah,
not going to
no.
find
You
it.
can't
It's going to
plan
be one of
for
those, you
Yeah,
know.
it's spontaneous.
You just dive in and hope.
Yeah. Yeah.
So your sensibility seems to be pop. Do you throw any covers in when you're playing a live set? Any of your favorites?
I never have really.
Never.
My
No Michael Jackson, eh?
no. You'll hear some of that on Manic though, like the MJ influence for sure.
Cool. I'm
That's
looking
great.
forward to it.
What was that question?
Whether you don't play covers, but you have
Right.
some strong influences.
Yeah, I just always felt that like if I'm gonna get in front of people, I want to show them what I got. I just always felt that way, you know. Like anybody can Google guitar chords and learn the song, and I love learning other people's music, like, but I don't know. I know sometimes that's what it takes to get in front of certain crowds. Like you need to mix in your originals with covers and stuff, and that's sort of like something I'm preparing to do now with the acoustic act, because you know pubs and stuff like that.
Yeah, it is a good thing to have in your back pocket.
And but you know I wouldn't be doing like Oasis and like what's regularly played by
Freebird
cover
go for it,
acts.
yeah.
Like Freebird.
like
Well,
I would
overall,
my
yeah.
thing would be like I would do probably like just female fronted
That's
50s
cool.
rock, you know, like the Shirelles
Wanda
or like
Jackson?
yeah, stuff like
That's
that, you
awesome.
know.
Is that 50s? I don't know, actually.
Yeah, she's 50s.
You should cover "Be My Baby."
Oh my god,
Yeah,
yes!
I'd love to hear a male version.
That's actually a great idea.
Yeah.
She's
That's a really
filled
good
with these
idea.
great
Yeah.
ideas.
That's the kind of stuff that I do in my living room though.
That's
And like,
awesome.
you know, what's that one? You should, or like sha la 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 la, all that stuff. Like even my boyfriend back. I
That
like, you know,
boyfriend, yes.
I love
That's
it.
either-
Like, there's
I love
something
song
about
too,
that
yeah,
stuff.
Yeah, totally.
I don't know. I never really got into that.
So much
I grew up with it. My grandparents were
Solid
always
gold
giving it to me.
tape.
Solid gold.
Yeah.
The tapes from the gas station.
Yeah.
Collection. Oh, I'm thinking of the
Mr.
CD
Postman?
versions, like the double
Yeah.
disc gold collection
Yeah,
of the 50s. and all that. Yeah, that's wonderful.
Yeah, I love the solid gold.
Well, for sure, a lot of punk has found its roots in that, right?
Absolutely.
All of the old music it's
Yeah.
founded. Country, old, you know.
I think that's what makes like, you know, at the very like bottom of the like influence barrel, you can break it always down to those 4 chords. That is pop music, that is punk rock, that is, you know, like all those tunes are, it's the same song over and over and over again, which is not a bad thing, but it really like, that riff is from the 50s, you know?
Yeah, and it's the thing, you talk about punk rock, it's the thing that when a kid realizes that, the whole world opens up to them, right?
Right.
They learn 4 chords and they can play most of the songs they love.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Exactly,
cool.
exactly, yeah.
Many a musician was born doing that,
Totally.
right?
Yeah, yeah,
And that's all the Ramones ever had 4 chords, right?
Yeah, it's fine. It's
Yeah.
all you need sometimes.
3,
We are running out of time. So let's recap where people can find the She Died Productions video material merch and where they can find Mickey Moone music.
So www.she-died.com is our official website with an online store and all the videos, and there's like some history write-ups on there, and just everything's on there.
Yeah.
And they can get in touch with you. And somebody who might be interested, for example, in doing a film with you or participating or maybe having
For
you
sure.
merch for
Oh
them
yeah.
or something like
Yeah.
that.
Email.
Yeah,
Always
all our
works.
contact
Yeah.
info is on shedied.com. Otherwise, you know, Facebook is the
Yeah.
next big one.
She Died Productions on Facebook. Find it all on there.
Cool.
And the music?
Yeah, it'll direct you to our YouTube links. We have it tethered to it, so.
So you can enter the music through She Died. She Died is the portal to everything that you
The
guys
portal
do.
to
The portal.
everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
the
She Died's
gates- the gates
the
of hell.
umbrella.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's
Instagram
fantastic.
as well. She Died Gorilla. Yeah, it's good.
Cool.
And no shows coming up that we can talk about?
Not as of now.
No.
But follow, so when they do have some shows, you'll
Yeah.
be in the know.
When you do find a drummer, then we'll
Yeah.
look forward to hearing
Or
about
just
it.
acoustic
for sure.
shows, you know.
You could.
You don't need a drummer just because Dave's a drummer.
Everyone
okay?
needs
Dave's
a drummer. Everyone needs a drummer. It was great to have you guys. Thank you so much for
thank
coming
you
on the
very
show.
much.
guys. Yeah.
We've been
Yeah.
talking to Tasos and Mickey from Mickey Moone and She Died Productions. Great to have you guys here.
Mm-hmm.
We wish you nothing but the best of luck.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you for having us.
This has been
Thank
our
you.
pleasure.
Yeah.
This has been ArtsTalk. Who we have on next week?
Next week we got the one and only Shane Heath from the Fox Lounge.
Oh, very exciting.
yeah, it's very exciting. Very cool. We talked enough about the Fox Lounge. It's nice
The
to finally have
the
him.
granddad of a million shows.
Yeah,
On
seriously.
Dunlop Street in Barrie. That's
There you
fantastic.
go.
So be sure to tune in next week at 6 o'clock. I'm sure Shane will be on time, although he is coming from Barrie.
We're all musicians here, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Rock
Today
star
we were really
schedule.
good.
Yeah.
Sometime in the 6-ish area.
Yeah.
We are going to go out of here with one of our favorites, Jackson Fishoff, who goes by the name Prince of Toronto.
Rest in peace, Prince of Toronto.
Yes, because he killed
He's
that.
retired. He's retired this name.
And left behind all the music and went on with something
We'll
new.
see. He's got some new stuff in the works, so.
Which disappointed Taylor greatly because she loves this guy.
I do love the music. It's fantastic.
So, why don't you tell everybody who this is?
Okay, so it's